So you've been quite good at going to your local Pick n Pay store, you're taking out your Pick n Pay Smart Shopper card, making sure that you swipe it regularly, and you're going to the kiosk to check your points from time to time to ensure that you maybe get those really fantastic vouchers that you're always looking for. But guess what?
A woman scans her Smart Shopper card at the Pick n Pay till point in 4 ways. The cashier rings up 23 items. The transaction clears in under 12 seconds. In those 12 seconds, Pick n Pay's system has recorded the exact time of purchase, the store location code, every product SKU in a basket, brand, pack size, unit price, and price tier. It has recorded whether she chose the house brand or the national label, whether the item was on promotion, whether she has bought it before. If she paid by debit or credit card, that payment instrument is now linked to her shopper profile. If she used the app, her GPS coordinates are logged. If she filled up at a BP partner station this week, that transaction feeds back into the same profile. She receives a Smart Shopper discount. Pick n Pay receives a data asset. This is the operational reality of the Smart Shopper program, not a rewards mechanism, an extraction engine. Pick n Pay launched Smart Shopper in 2011. By 2025, the program carried over 10 million active members. That number is not a customer satisfaction figure. It is the scale of a first-party consumer database, one of the largest of its kind on the African continent. First-party data is information collected directly from the customer, consented to at registration. The consent is the card application form. The exchange is framed as a discount. The commercial value of what flows in the opposite direction is structurally different from any discount program. To understand that value, you have to understand what the data actually contains. Every Smart Shopper swipe produces a layered data record. The first layer is product-level purchase history, what was bought, when, at what price, and at which store. The second layer is behavioral frequency, how often a household shops, which days of the week, the average basket size. The third layer is brand preference mapping, which product categories a household buys on promotion versus which it buys at full price, and how sensitive its purchasing is to price shifts. The fourth layer is cross-channel behavior, added through partner networks. A Smart Shopper member who refuels at BP, banks with TimeBank, or uses a travel partner linked to the program generates transaction data that extends far beyond the grocery aisle. When these four layers are combined across 10 million active profiles, the result is a granular map of South African household consumption. Not at a broad demographic segment level, at a household level. Pick n Pay does not sell that data raw. What it sells is access to the data's commercial output, targeted advertising and promotional placement, purchased by the FMCG manufacturers whose products sit on Pick n Pay's shelves. Companies like Tiger Brands, Unilever South Africa, and Nestle South Africa are not simply selling through Pick n Pay. They are buying back intelligence about who buys their products, at what frequency, and which competing products those same households also purchase. The grocery shelf and the data platform are now two sides of the same commercial relationship. The formal infrastructure for this sits in Pick n Pay Connect, operated through a platform built with GIG Retail. Pick n Pay Connect is a retail media network. In structure, it functions like a digital advertising exchange, except the inventory is not banner space on a website. The inventory is promotional access to specific, verified consumer segments defined entirely by purchase behavior. A manufacturer that wants to reach households buying their breakfast cereal every 3 weeks, but consistently adding a competing brand to the same basket, can purchase that exact targeting through the Connect platform. The precision of that targeting is only possible because Smart Shopper data defines it. This model has a name in global retail economics, the Retail Media Network. Amazon's advertising division generated over $56 billion in 2024. Walmart Connect, Kroger Precision Marketing, and Tesco Media and Insight platform are all built on the same structural logic. Pick n Pay Connect is South Africa's direct entry into that category. The margin difference between selling groceries and selling consumer intelligence is the point. Grocery retail operates on thin net margins. In Pick n Pay's core supermarket segment, those margins are currently negative. Retail media generates revenue with minimal incremental cost because the data infrastructure is already funded by the loyalty program, and the program cost is substantially absorbed through supplier-funded discount mechanics. In late 2025, Pick n Pay launched an integrated mobile application that deepened the data capture layer. The app incorporates an AI-driven product search function. Every search query a member enters is logged against their profile. The app's Buy Again feature pre-populates from purchase history, creating a closed loop that reinforces existing purchase patterns while simultaneously building a richer behavioral record for the system. Promotions displayed in the app are not generic. They are filtered by each member's historical profile. A household that consistently buys infant formula sees different promotional content from a household that regularly buys pet food and wine. That customization is a targeting mechanism that increases the commercial value of promotional placement for manufacturers buying through Pick n Pay Connect. The app also deepens the TymeBank linkage. TymeBank operates its in-store banking points inside Pick n Pay locations, and Pick n Pay holds a significant commercial relationship with the bank. When a member's TymeBank account is linked to their Smart Shopper card, Pick n Pay can observe not just in-store purchase behavior, but the broader shape of a household's financial activity is filtered through that banking relationship. That moves the Smart Shopper profile from a purchase record into something closer to a household financial behavior map and raises the commercial precision of everything built on top of it. This matters because of where Pick n Pay stands as a business. The data monetization engine is not running alongside a healthy retail operation. It is running inside a business under severe structural pressure. In the 2026 financial year, Pick n Pay reported a net closure of 56 stores in its core supermarket segment. The supermarket trading division recorded a loss of approximately $1 billion. The broader group avoided a headline loss only through the performance of Boxer, its discount supermarket chain, which has operated with structurally different cost ratios and a leaner format model. The core Pick n Pay supermarket business is loss-making, and the turnaround strategy under CEO Sean Summers, initiated after the group's distress became public in 2024, targets break-even for the supermarket segment at the revised 2029 financial year. That is a 5-year recovery path from a standing loss position. In that context, every high-margin, low incremental cost revenue line is not supplementary. It is load-bearing. Retail media revenue from Pick n Pay Connect and the yield from Smart Shopper's first-party data is part of the structural argument for why the supermarket segment can reach break-even without requiring permanent external capital. The group raised approximately $4 billion through a rights issue in 2024 to stabilize its balance sheet. That capital carries a cost. The business needs high-margin revenue streams to service that cost while simultaneously funding its store rationalization and reformat program. The store closure program itself sharpens the data argument. As Pick n Pay reduces its physical footprint and concentrates investment in higher density formats, the Smart Shopper database becomes a more critical commercial channel for maintaining relationships with households that no longer have a nearby store. An app-based, data-driven relationship with a shopper whose local store has closed is more commercially valuable than no relationship at all. The program gives Pick n Pay a commercial presence that is not tied to physical real estate. Section 189 retrenchment processes have accompanied the store closures, with affected staff numbers reported in the group's public communications. These are structural consequences of the same turnaround that is accelerating the shift toward higher margin, lower headcount revenue models. Retail media revenue does not scale with headcount. Its infrastructure is software-based. The economics of that shift are embedded in the strategy, not incidental to it. South African consumers registering for Smart Shopper do so to access discounted prices that are not available at the till without the card. The Smart Shopper price printed on shelf-edge labels is the opt-in mechanism. A shopper who does not register pays the higher price for the same item. That structure means the data exchange is not freely optional in a commercial sense. The financial incentive to register is built directly into the pricing model, and the pricing model is the mechanism by which Pick n Pay captures the consumer data that funds its retail media network. The Protection of Personal Information Act, POPIA, governs how South African businesses may collect, process, and share personal data. Pick n Pay's Smart Shopper program operates under POPIA-compliant consent frameworks. Members consent to data use at registration. The legal compliance question and the structural economics question are separate instruments. POPIA defines what is lawful. The economics define what the data is worth, and why this particular business needs it to function. Globally, first-party data has become the primary commercial asset in retail because third-party cookies, the tracking mechanism previously used to follow consumers across the internet, are being phased out by major browser providers. As that tracking infrastructure disappears, brands and manufacturers are losing their ability to reach specific consumer segments through digital advertising at scale. Retail media networks fill that gap by offering verified, purchase behavior-based targeting tied to actual transactions. The data Pick n Pay holds on its Smart Shopper members is commercially more precise than browser-based tracking ever was, because it is grounded in verified purchase history, not inferred behavior. The woman in Fourways has finished at the till. Her basket data has been processed. Her profile updated. The next time she opens the app, the promotion she sees will be different from the ones shown to the person in the queue behind her. That difference is not an interface feature. It is the product. And the FMCG manufacturers whose brands she has been buying for 3 years are the ones paying for it.